Why can telescopes see so far away? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, have you ever looked through a telescope before? If you did, what did you look at? Did you look at a planet? Or a star? Or maybe the moon? You can see the moon really, really big through a telescope. Have you ever wondered how telescopes work? Why can you put your eye up to a tube on a telescope and suddenly you're seeing something up close that's hundreds of thousands or millions of miles away? Well, want to find out today? Now, here's the thing about telescopes. They aren't doing anything mysterious or magical. They're just doing something your eyes already do. They're just doing it better. See, your eyes have a lens inside them. A lens is a clear, curved piece of material that bends light. When light from something enters your eye, that lens bends the light to help your brain form a clear picture of whatever you're looking at. A telescope uses special lenses, or even mirrors, but we'll get to that in a little bit, to bend light much more strongly than your eye can on its own. Light travels in straight lines unless something bends it, like a lens. So imagine starlight traveling through space for a really long time. When it reaches a telescope, the telescope gathers that light and bends it into a smaller area so your eye can actually see the details. This is kind of the same way that glasses work for people that have a hard time seeing. For me, everything looks fuzzy until I put my glasses on, and that lens helps focus the light going into my eye. Now, have you ever noticed that some telescopes have a really big opening and other ones are smaller? Have you ever noticed that? The reason that some telescope openings are bigger is because the bigger the telescope's opening, the more light it can collect. There's more space for light to enter it. That opening is called the aperture. Can you say aperture? Now, if you're ever in a really dark room, is it easy to see things or is it hard? Yeah, it's really hard. But what's funny is your eyes are actually working harder when it's dark than when it's bright. The pupils of your eyes are getting bigger and bigger just looking for light anywhere. But when it's bright outside, your pupils can get smaller because they don't have to let as much light in order for you to be able to see. Telescopes work the same way. A small telescope collects some light, and a large telescope, like the one scientists use, collect a lot of light and can show much more detail. There are two main types of telescopes. One uses lenses, and those are called refracting telescopes, and the other uses mirrors, and these are called reflecting telescopes. Mirrors and lenses both bend light, but in different ways. Many of the biggest telescopes in the world use mirrors because making a giant mirror is easier than making a giant perfect lens. When light hits the mirror, it bounces and focuses that light into a clear image your eye or a camera can capture. Another reason telescopes can see faraway things is because they make the light rays line up neatly. When light from something far away reaches Earth, the rays are almost perfectly straight and parallel. Your eye can't bend those rays very strongly, so distant things look small and faint. A telescope bends those rays just right so your eye receives a bigger, brighter version of the image. And there's one more thing about telescopes, the last piece of the puzzle. It's called magnification. See, a telescope has two lenses, one on the front to collect the light, and one by your eye that spreads out the light so the picture looks bigger. If you've ever zoomed in with a camera, magnification works similarly. When you look through the eyepiece of a telescope, the image that the first lens created is being enlarged, so it's easier for your eye to see it. So, telescopes can see far because they collect lots of light, bend it in ways our eyes can't, and magnify the picture so your brain can understand the details. Telescopes don't reach into space, they simply gather the light that's already arriving here and make it make sense to our eyes. Isn't that amazing? All right, let's have a quick quiz. What do telescopes collect to help you see faraway things? They collect light. What is the opening of a telescope called? It's called the aperture. And which part of your body already has a lens? Yep, your eye. Let's play true or false. True or false? Big telescopes can gather more light than small ones. That is true. True or false? Telescopes pull planets closer to Earth. That is false. True or false? Some telescopes use mirrors instead of lenses. That is true. True or false? Light travels in zigzags unless a telescope straightens it. That's false. Okay, would you rather look through a telescope to see a faraway galaxy or a close-up view of a crater on the moon? I've got to go with a faraway galaxy. And what if it was a galaxy that had never been discovered before? What if I just pointed my telescope in a direction and I discovered a galaxy? I would call it the Curious Kids Galaxy. All right, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I look bright because of the sun. I'm up in space, and I always face Earth with the same side. What am I? If you guessed the moon, you are right. Well, today we learned how telescopes gather light, bend it, and magnify it so that our eyes can see the details hiding inside those tiny dots of light in the sky. Telescopes are amazing, and we've made so many discoveries because of them. I love seeing images that were captured because of telescopes. So cool. Now I want to get a telescope. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got a birthday today. It's Veronica's birthday. Veronica is from Georgia and she is turning 7. Happy birthday, Veronica! And to all the grown-ups listening, if your child wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please go to supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow!